Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Alright, welcome back to Wind Tunnel TV. Tonight it's RGR Racing and their truck series here, the ACS Construction Specialist here, the Affordable Construction Specialist, our sponsor. And we've got the Frogman 200 here in honor of the great Wayne Stansel. Wayne, a ex-Navy SEAL and enthusiast here on iRacing. Well-loved and well-liked, and we try to cherish his memory here this evening. Of course, we have the Navy SEAL Foundation.org there. Please go check them out, too. That was a foundation that was dear to Wayne's heart, and if anybody feels up to it to help some ex-Navy SEALs out, go over there and check out that fund. We certainly think it's a good thing to do. Daren, we look into the race now. We got Darlington here, and sure to entertain here tonight.
Yeah, Darlington, a great track, wonderful way to celebrate a wonderful life. Go check out the Navy SEAL Foundation, because those guys protect us and give us the ability to go out here and go racing every week. And some of them come home and some of them don't, and families are left to hold the bag. So if you're at all like-minded, go ahead and do what you can for the foundation. But the lady in black is a special kind of beast tonight, Dean. We see practice laps. Guys are ricocheting off the walls already during practice. These are just warm-up laps, Dean. So when we get into a race situation, can these guys keep it off the wall? Do they get that Darlington stripe? The question remains as these guys turn 200 laps here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that is a question. I mean, most people will get a stripe. I mean, not like the old days, though. Used to really rock that wall. Now guys will go down a little lower in that corner, kind of stay off the wall. But still the wall in two. They're bound to hit it, bound to get it. Gonna be a great race here. I can't wait to get into this one. And right now, I would ask everybody to raise out of their seats and listen to the singing of the national anthem by Alicia Shipman, and perhaps honor Wayne Stansel at the same time.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the brave?
All right. Back here in the Lady in Black, we're getting ready to go racing. Let's take a quick look in on our championship standings here. It's Newton out front, Gay, Ripka, Person, Ratliff, Hund, Williams, Leal, Spear, and Jackson. Your top 10. You can find your favorite driver down on that list there somewhere. Everybody grids up and gets ready to go. I got to tell you, nobody would love this race more than Wayne Stansel. Let's get into tonight's starting order. Up front, it's going to be Greg Ratliff, I do believe, on the pole with a time of 28.926. Jason Spear on the outside of row number 1. Bernard Person will start in 2 along with George Leal. It's Corey Leal and Jason Jackson in row 3. Row 4 is Ripka and Gay, Hund and Seaman in row 5. Row 6, you've got Klaus Williams and Adam Newton. A little further back, it's Paul K. Travis, Ratliff, Gilly, Bruce, Lester, Whitford, Mankowski, Knight, Ware, Olson, Ledford, Whiting, and the rest of the field back there.
Great looking field, great looking lineup. I love that American anthem before each race, Dean. Gets us in mood to do some racing here at the Lady of Black, Dean. I'm excited. Let's bring this thing on.
Let's do it, folks. Here we go. Green flag about to fall in the ACS. Wayne Stansel, Frogman, 200. Good start down on the inside.
Real difficult track here, Dean. These guys side by side going into 1 can be a problem, so let's pay attention as we move through turns 1 and 2. They'll get themselves sorted out pretty quickly. A lot of give and take early in the race.
Yeah, there is a little give and take early. That's why we try and avoid any carnage here. Get off to a good start. This thing could go green if they're able to do that. You can see everybody is doing that. You see Newton back here with Paul K. There's Daren Bruce starting to make a move. He's going to force the issue down into 1. Paul K. going up high, but trying to hold him off. I like this. No, he's going to let him go. I think he was trying to let him go all along. That's tough, though, Barrett.
Well, and Darren's got his work cut out for him, starting deep in the field. So Daren looking to make a march forward early here because this track gets hard enough on old tires.
Oh, and they're wrecking back there. A couple of guys up in the wall. That looks like Lester.
No caution. No, we're riding.
There's Lester down there. I don't know who. Maybe Mankowski. Yeah, Mankowski as well. And you'll see that at Darlington. Hard to bring out a caution here at Darlington.
You could ride a perfectly good race and still that track will reach out and bite you.
Man, oh man. She'll come out and bite you in a hurry. There's no doubt about it. The lady in black showing her teeth already.
Lap floor 2 casualties so far, Dean, in the wall. Let's see if any others, as the race and the laps wear on these tires, see if guys start getting a little more loose and managing those turns a little more carefully.
See Mankowski come on pit road. These guys here battling for third. A little further up, Bernard Person starting to be on the move in the Patronus machine.
A little flashback to our favorite F1 teams.
Absolutely. Used to have a nice Patronus paint job on an F1 car.
Yeah, but our person, Bernie, really on the move today. Look at this. I mean, he's making up lots of ground early.
Well, I personally have dueled the number 8 at this track, and I got to tell you, he is quite the competitor here at Darlington. I expect him to be up here all night long.
I love this track, Dean. This is a real driver's track. It takes a lot of concentration, a lot of focus. Passing is a premium. I really enjoy this track, Dean.
Yeah, me too. It's one of my all-time favorites. There's no doubt about that. Great track. Like I say, the lady in black, Baron, you know who the man in black is?
Yes, I do. And now that you've asked me, I can't remember his name. Damn it. Oh, Lord. I need to turn in my American card.
I know. I'm not going to let you off the hook on this one. It's not that I don't know. It's that I know you know it. The man in black, folks, passed away a few years back, or maybe less. Yep. I'm not sure. A classic country singer.
He passed away shortly after his wife did. He was so in love with her.
Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash, thank you. God, I was not going to be able to sleep tonight. Yep, Johnny Cash.
Big battle brewing back here. You got Jason Jackson back in 6th, Ripka 7th, Gay in 8th. Let's hop on board with one of these guys. How about Gay? We hop on board and see what's going on. You see the tight confines and the interesting track that Darlington is.
Yeah, entering one, you want to get those tires right on the bottom line, let the car drift up to the turn, up to the wall. Hopefully you get a nice run out of here without being too loose.
Like when I say tight confines, I mean it's a wide open track, but you're up on people under speed here, Baron. You don't really see the entrances that great. You can see here, like, what are you seeing? Nothing.
Very little vision, yeah, very little vision. It's a timing effort at this point. You know, you'll see guys, just as Williams doing here, he's got his nose out there, right? He's trying to get a vision for what's happening in front of him, and get a little extra downforce on that left front.
Let's go up now to 2nd, Bernard Person, as he looks to make a move, and this is what Bernie likes. He likes that low line in 3 and 4, Baron.
Yeah, it's a good line. And you'll see guys try it, but very few make it fast. I love the low line in 3 and 4.
Well, I used to rock the wall really bad. There's a little jut there right before the corner 3 where you can actually turn the car right on entry and hook that wall left. It's very difficult, but if you time it right, you can do it all day. And but it's kind of dead now. I think that low line that Bernie's riding is kind of the preferred line now.
Well, Bernie's doing what he can right now to stay in touch with Ratliff. He's just pacing him at the moment, it would appear, and that 3rd place truck of Jason Spear doesn't seem to be creeping into the picture too much, but he's under pressure, right? Because there's Corey Leal.
Yeah, well, Leal's been really good, but how about Spear? And here comes Leal. I mean, Spear, I continue to say it, he is not just a long-run racer anymore. He's showing speed and qualifying speed, but George Leal trying to make a move. Leal's been super fast lately. He comes up and takes away 3rd place. Great job by the 97.
Yeah, Jason classically went 2 laps down a couple weeks ago, raced his way back into the top 10. That's not long run speed, kids. That's pure power.
Yeah, absolutely it is. Great job by both of these guys right now. Jason Jackson also, don't know a lot about Jason except for he's fast, Baron. He's been out here and he's been doing great.
Yeah, a couple weeks in a row, top 10 finishes. Jason, his nose clean. Looks like he's working on Jason's Spear right now. Let's see what he's got for him down here. Nope.
And that was just, that's good there. Good braking, good caution. It's early. Going to cost him here, but still, he's alive.
Yeah, he held the brake there because he didn't want to put Jason in a bad place.
Another victim of the lady, the 64, Nathan Hardy there as their leaders go on by. You see Leal has kind of pulled away a little bit. Spear now opens up some space after Jackson had that failed attempt at getting by him. Let's go back here and see what happened to Hardy. Oh, Hardy riding around. He's got the 13 Whiting right there. Oh, and the 13 collected.
No caution.
No caution on the track.
There's a bumper down there if anybody wants it.
I do. Klaus Williams back here in 8th. That's my spot. You know that, Baron.
Right in the pocket. Yep. Right between the trouble and no trouble.
You gotta have a place to drink, Baron. Always.
Gotta have a place down those straightaways. That's why you have it in the sippy cup, Dean, with a long straw. You just lean over.
Men don't do that, Baron.
I do. from the cockpit, just lean over, grab that straw, have a little pull, set you right up.
How about the Bulldog here, the number 2, showing his muscle. He's our points leader. He's moving up. He's up 3 spots, him and Williams both.
Adam up 3 spots. Not a great starting effort tonight, but Adam always there at the end, and you can't miss that car.
cannot. There's no doubt. She's a beauty. Corey Leal back in 10th. Daren Bruce right behind him. So Bruce, I know, is very good here as well, but Bruce back in 11th, he's got work to do. And if you don't qualify well here, you got a ton of work, Baron.
Extreme patience is the key here. He is in position to make a pass. You know, he's caught them, and he's not going to put them in bad places, but he is a very patient driver, and these guys recognize that, Dean, and see if the speed carries him around.
Well, see what he did there. I think that was a mistake. He got in there good, but the way I like to get around here and get by people, Baron, if we open this up a little bit, you get down into 1 here. I like to follow the guy down into 1 and get off a 2 with a big shot and get to the inside of him for 3 where you can make the pass on the inside.
Right. Yeah, I like that maneuver as well. But Daren, you know, showing a little aggression there, getting around his fellow competitor. And Daren might set sail here, Dean.
Oh, he likely will. I mean, clean air now. I think he'll catch right up to Newton and Williams and them in about 10 laps or so, maybe a little longer. Up front, though, Greg Ratliff now opening it up. So Person got up there a little bit, and now Ratliff showing his muscle. The 5 machine looking good here tonight.
Yeah, Bernie got right up to that bumper, and now it seems as though the car has gone away from him a little bit.
Little bit, but I mean, you could have just had a bobble too. I mean, one mistake around this track, Bear. You know, in 3 and 4, that wall grabs you. It's not going to let go very easy.
No, it's very difficult. So yeah, Bernie's still in touch. Not a second back yet, but certainly in striking distance.
George Leal has walked away from Spear and the boys. They're a little further back here. Ripka behind Jason right now.
So Jason
Steve
there.
Stansel in the comments. Good to see you, Steve. On a night I'm sure you're anxious to see Daren Bruce do well, so let's check in on Daren. Daren just cleared some cars, and he is moving up. It's up 6 spots already into 10th, and we expect that to continue. This 15 machine pretty darn good.
Yeah, and making his way to the front. And what I like about it is it's still, I've said it a few times now, but it's total patience, Dean, and that's what I really enjoy about Daren's driving. He's no hurry. He might be with 2 to go, but right now, Steady Eddie wins the race.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the type of driver he is, and we know he'll make up spots on pit road too.
Takes practice. We talk about it all the time here on Wind Tunnel TV. If you're going to get involved in one of these leagues, especially one as competitive as this one, it takes the whole effort, and that includes pit stops.
Yeah, it really does. Spear hanging on to 4th, and you know, expect Spear to move forward here soon. It's what he does too. Now we talk about he's got short run speed now, but he hasn't forgotten his long run speed either.
Lap 25, these tires are starting to get a little bit of wear on them, so we'll see who's prepared and who's managed the ride so far. It looks like they're happy to be in single file right here behind Jason, but sooner or later there's going to be comers and goers in this pack.
Well, I'd be interested to see at pit stops too. Now we're looking at around lap 38-ish to begin the pit stops there, and I'm just wondering, Baron.
There's
for
a
me
look.
personally,
Here's a look.
Yeah, Ripka coming underneath. Jackson says, "Hey, you go, I'll go." They're all going to try.
Yep, they're going to hang him out here if he's not careful.
Yeah,
Looks
Ripka
like
gets by.
Yep, Jackson checked up a little bit there.
Yeah, Jason slips right in. What I was saying about the pit stop is I like to take less fuel. Now, there's a few guys who do it, but not as many as I think should, Baron. This car a little bit loose around there. You can tighten that up, take a couple gallons less, and get around here a little quicker.
Adjustment's hard to come by. I love the fuel strategy you just discussed. You know, whatever it takes, every little bit matters, and a 10th here and a 10th there wins a race. So I love that advice, Dean. So
you see Newton back in 8th. Bruce closing in already, Baron, and that was probably less than 10 laps, so Bruce is on the move. He got around Klaus Williams. He's up 7 spots now.
Daren Bruce definitely on a mission right now. picking him up and putting him down. He's up, he's up 7 spots. My goodness, and he's got 5 right in front of him.
It's not easy in 28 laps here at Darlington. So this group still kind of nose to tail. Nobody really asserting themselves here and separating themselves up front. Ratliff still leading. Person still in the same spot he was. Pretty even matchup here by the looks of it. And Leal continues to come. And I think you might like what he's doing off that corner too there. He seems to be cutting it down nicely, Baron.
I do, and I do like that for early in the race. It's a surefire way of getting around the track. The lady in black can be vicious. These tires can change on you in an instant. I prefer a conservative run, especially the first half, just to make sure there's no extra damage. We're not hurting our race. We're letting it play out and let the other competitors bang it off the wall a few times.
Yeah, good advice for certain here. Ripka back and forth, starting to edge away from Spear in the group here, but not much. Jason Jackson behind Jason Spear, who's in 5th. Jackson 6th, Gay 7th, Newton 8th, and Bruce back in 9th. So as we kind of stall out a little bit here, I think, Baron.
Yeah, and Adam Newton sees this in his rearview mirror. I wouldn't be surprised to see the 2 start moving forward as well.
Well, Adam's very good here, too. So, I mean, these are guys I know personally. Obviously, Gay, Jackson, Ripka, Leal, Ratliff, guys that, maybe I don't race with as much, are excellent also. You can see that clearly there.
Yeah, good racers, all of them. And these guys putting together a really nice run right now as we're lap 32 of 147. Like you said, Dean, in a few laps, we're going to start seeing some pit stops. Don't be surprised to see some guys come down early, try to get a little pit strategy involved.
Oh, most definitely. There'll be some of that. If I'm in that gaggle of cars, if I'm a Daren Bruce, I'm thinking short pit. Let's get some track position here as our leader goes around Mankowski, who's a little banged up. It looks like Bernie's going to catch him down in the corner here as well, so we'll see how this plays out. And off the track, Mankowski being very, very nice out there.
Yeah, he's just out there turning laps for points now.
So these 3 in this group starting to get away a little bit from Newton and Bruce, who maybe have burned their stuff up trying to run through the field a little bit. Lap 34 of 147. Be interesting to get the old calculator out, Baron. Looks like a 3-stop race here under green flag conditions.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. That puts us at lap, 44, 43, somewhere in there. Can they go that far?
Well, if you just go 40, that's 160 on 3 stops, right? So obviously they can do a little less than 40 and get away with it. I think the pit window's open right now, to be honest with you. I think 40 is probably the outset of what they can do. Maybe a couple guys can do 41 or so, but not much more than that, Baron.
Got it.
So this group, where the big battle is, let's look a little further back. You got Hun back here in 10th. He's gotten around Williams, so Austin Hun's starting to make his move. Whitford in 12th, he is up. And here comes Bruce, as you knew, or as I said he might. I mean, early pit stop. I like it. Daren Bruce first on pit road here.
That will not go unanswered. We'll see a lot of guys on the next lap come in. They do not want to be laps down in tire strategy to Daren Bruce. They all know it.
It's going to be interesting here. Nothing doing this time by. I mean, some of the guys are pretty stubborn with their strategy, Baron. They set it up, and they're going to stick to it no matter what. So we'll see. But here comes Hun. So Hun, who was moving up, decides to hit pit road. He's got Williams with him.
Claus is in, yep.
Bring up our pit board here. Keep an eye on people. Ratliff still running. That battle group back here, you got Spear and Jackson. Looks like Jackson coming in. So is Spear, so is Gay.
Yep.
Leo in first. Spear pretty hot there. That's a good entrance there.
Practice makes perfect, doesn't it, Dean?
Yeah, all pretty clean. That's what I like to see. Olson in the He-Hop machine, haven't covered him. He's in. Corey Leal's in. Cale Seaman comes in as well. And Cale Seaman running a He-Hop machine as well. A little bit of sponsorship there, Baron.
I love it. And here comes our leader. Ratliff is in. He's bringing Person in with him.
Yeah, good stops by both of them. Very even here. Ripka, I'm not sure. Looked like he might have got a little wide there, but he's all right.
Newton in.
Wolf. Hey, Thomas Wolf up here in 5th right now.
Nice run by Thomas.
Absolutely. The Toad Man comes in. So lots of takers here. Ware, a whole host of others on pit road and coming off of pit road.
So it looks like Ledford and Tony Ratliff staying out get a couple of points here.
Absolutely. Tony Ratliff, your new race leader, and holy cow, the way the 15 went by him there, but he was slowing up for pit road. Fairly conservative there coming in. Ledford, your new race leader, so James Ledford will get out here and grab himself a point.
And we should see that machine. Yeah, that good looking truck too. I like that 48.
Yeah, the old mobile one there. A few guys have run that over the years.
The yellow flag is out.
Oh, Ledford pulls off the miracle. Tony Ratliff on pit road. It's George Leal. Oh no, George Leal. Something's happened with him. So this is going to shake up everything. Wow, we'll get to it in a minute, but that leaderboard has shook up. And that early pit stop from Bruce, I think, is going to pay off. Here we go, Leal. Fresh rubber, Baron. She breaks loose. Good correction to keep it off the inside, but you get that speed wobble going. She's rough.
Yeah, and odd because, you know, we didn't throw the caution for two trucks getting together on the inside wall. We got one for this guy. So iRacing having a bit of a meltdown tonight.
Darlington's a funky track for the algorithm there that throws these cautions. Ledford has put everybody from 10th on back a lap down, so there's going to be a ton of wave rounds here as he comes in right now from the lead, but boy, did it ever pay off for the 48.
Yeah, it sure did. Great pit strategy here, and sometimes it's better to be lucky, right?
It's always better to be lucky. There's no doubt about that. Look at the front now. You got Ratliff will be, once these wave rounds happen, he'll be the leader. Bruce files into second after those pit stops. Doesn't matter how he does it. Pit road is his friend, Baron. You got Person and Spear, Jackson, and Gay. Newton stays in 8th. Tony Ratliff, Hund, Whitford, Leal, Wolf, Olson. So not seeing any big fallers from the front except for Klaus Williams. Wow, Klaus lost big here. He'll be back in 21st, a lap down.
Ooh. That's rough.
Yeah, that is. And it looks like maybe Whiting too. I'm not sure what Whiting, it looks like he was involved in something. He was early in the race.
So a lot of these cars are going to get that wave around here.
Yeah, all these guys will come up and get the wave around. You got Whiting, Ripka, Leal, some good cars here. Now they just pitted, so let's bring up our pit board and see who's got the freshest tires here. You got Ratliff out front with very fresh tires. Him in Person. And Ledford, obviously, will have the best. 3 laps better than anybody. So Ledford in great shape, and so is our race leader, Greg Ratliff.
Interesting turn. That's crazy.
It always seems to be the way, you know, a track where you don't get cautions, you're not expecting cautions. Tony Ratliff comes on pit road along with Hund. I don't know if one of them was a lucky dog or how they're coming in on a wave around. I'm not sure. They might have been, I think they were at the tail end, actually. They were not part of the wave round. So good call here, Baron.
Right, a little extra strategy on their behalf.
here in their Frogman 200 in honor of Wayne Stansel. And I got to tell you, I spent some time with Wayne, and man, I said it to everybody who would listen. He's one of my favorite people I've met on iRacing. I sorely miss him. I didn't know him that long, but man, oh man, I had some big plans for Wayne and me, so a little heartbroken over it, and I'm really thankful we're honoring him here. Please go check out that Navy SEAL Fund, Navy SEAL Foundation.org. It was his favorite thing he was involved with as of recently, and if any of you can donate, please do.
Well, you never can tell when a special person walks into your life and makes an impact, and when you lose them, the impact is equally as great. So, Wayne, I hear nothing but great things from everybody about Wayne. I never got to know the man. Really wish I'd got to race him, but significant loss here in the iRacing world.
Absolutely, and his friends and family and loved ones, my heart goes out to them. Their pain is much magnified, and I certainly wish the best for them. Right now, Daren Bruce in second, trying to bring that honor home here. And he's going to have to fight Greg Ratliff, who's looked very, very good leading this. You got Person and Spear, Jackson and Gay. Here we go.
$15 laying back a little bit here.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag drops, so the low side, Bernard Person comes up, gets a good run down the entrance. They're going to go side by side into the corner. Oh, he's not giving. Bruce on the high side, fighting for everything here. A little wiggle, really tight. Boys get it sorted out. Back at the back, they're fanning out here.
Guys close to the wall, some guys touching the wall. Crazy shenanigans.
Man, oh man, they keep it green here.
My first shenanigan of the month.
There you go. Up front, it's all status quo there. A little further back, it looks like it's all been sorted out. This tough track here, the Lady in Black. Must have known a Lady in Black or two, Baron.
You should see the one I got now.
Attaboy.
Favorite color's black.
Love it. Leo starting to try and make some moves. Newton just set the fast lap of the race, or his fastest lap of the race. So did James Letford. So Letford back here, he parlays that whole strategy into 10th place. I love it. Wolf into the wall.
Yep, guy's going on by Wolf now. He's got some work to do now.
Back up front, Greg Ratliff still untouchable. Wire-to-wire leader. These guys setting a pretty torrid pace here.
I love the patience I'm seeing from all these drivers right now. I mean, they're all just, they're out there doing a little give and take. They're all running the track. Nobody's in any great big hurry. It's great racing.
Daren Bruce just set his fastest lap. Ledford does it again, so Ledford has significantly sped up since he found himself in 10th.
A lot less traffic.
Yes, we say it all the time. You put some of these guys up front, they can run with them. It's just getting there, Baron. When you qualify 20th or on back, it gets tough. We got an incident out on the track. It's Ware, and we're going to bring out the caution. Looks like Gilly's involved.
Gilly's in it, yeah.
And Gilly not looking too healthy here. That front end a little messed up. So it's going to get interesting here. Do you guys come in or not? We'll get a quick look in on this wreck. And there you see Michael Ware just loses it down to the inside. Unfortunately, a hard bounce brings him up. Catches a few guys there. Looks like Cale Seaman, one of them. So,
and there's not much Michael Ware could do there. I mean, he's hard on the brakes. Truck can't stop. It bounces off the wall, gets into traffic, and unfortunately, Gilly was right there.
So that He Hut sponsored machine going to go to the garage, and he'll have to wait another day for a payday. Spear stays out on the track. Pit stop's going on. Everybody else is in. Oh, Nelly.
Yeah, we got to get that fresh rubber, Dean, because if you don't have that rubber right now, you are going to lose 2 seconds a lap.
Thomas Wolf stays out. This could be a big mistake by these guys, or maybe the strategy call of the night. Who knows? Ratliff revving up that engine, keeping her ready. Here comes Bruce. And no, I think Ratliff will win that. I'm not sure. Where do they count it? At the green? He'll come out third by the looks of it.
I think it's the yellow line there, Dean, and I think he lost 2 spots.
Wow. So William Gay also. Great stop by Gay. A 9.8. So that's a 2-tire stop for the 48 machine. Smart move. Maybe.
We'll see.
Olsen pulls the same trick, so the other He Hut machine, the owner himself out there, pulls a 2-tire stop, and he'll move up significantly into 7th. Wolf comes in on his second. Wolf comes in. Sorry, a little distracted here.
Well, he'd been in the wall too, so he's probably getting some damage fixed up here.
Ripka, Travis, you got Williams and Seaman out there. Or in there, I should say. But Spear, your new race leader, out here. Barron, do you think he can do something here with some old rubber on there?
No.
But that's just a no, folks. And that's Darlington. I mean, it's just not going to happen. Now, can this be a strategy call for later? Absolutely, it could be.
Yeah, what he's done here is he's effectively saved a set of tires in the hopes that he'll have it at the end of the race when he needs it most. But right now, he's sitting duck.
Yeah, and people are going to have to be careful here. I mean, big advantage to Bruce, who gets to start beside him instead of behind him here. You see Ripka coming off pit road. Williams still on there. Paul K. I think all these guys have damage down there.
You're getting that all smoothed out and worked in. And
I think they pulled out the Kailu glass there in that pit box.
They're going to need a little more than that, too. Little double shot there.
Take a look around. Nobody talking tonight. Shout out your drivers, folks. We'll get a look in on them, talk a little bit about them. It's going to be Spear and Bruce, Gay and Ratliff, Person and Olsen, Newton and Jackson, Ratliff and Hund, your top 10.
Jason needs to be careful here on this restart that he doesn't spin those tires. Darlington can be a little tricky on a restart with old tires.
Yeah, I mean, they're not too old, I don't think. Let's quickly look while we're getting through here. 13 laps, I mean, that's pretty significant, isn't it, Barron?
You're just better safe than sorry, right? He still needs to be careful. 13 laps is enough to lose him a second a lap, but getting off the restart is important here because you blow the tires off, you hold up that inside line.
All right, here we go. Back to green flag racing. Can Spear do something here?
Green flag.
Green flag down and away, and you can already see the top line, Bruce, a little better grip on that start. He's going to come down into the corner as your leader.
Yeah, I think Jason had to feather it a little bit getting off the go there, and he'll lose one spot here. We'll see what happens as they come out of the turn.
It's going to get nutty back in here, folks. You got Ratliff and Person going at it. They're behind Gay. And there's contact. Ratliff is around. There goes Newton. There goes Olsen. Lots of guys. What a job of the braking.
Newton was in it. Little touch, nothing major.
A lot of guys saved their lives out here tonight, saving their cars. Wow. But Ratliff is banged up, and I'm sure not too happy. We'll have to see exactly what happened. So there's a little beating and banging there. You come down into the corner, and it's just very, very close there. Hard to tell what exactly went on. Looked like there wasn't a whole lot of room given there, Baron.
No, not a lot of give. None. I don't know. It seemed like an awful lot of. I don't know if there was a side draft situation or if he just drifted.
Well, I think, we could go back to it. I don't think I will, though, but I think there was some beating before. And race car drivers, you hit them in the side of their car, and whether it's unintentional or even their own fault at times, they're going to get upset for a split second. Darlington doesn't allow that because the entries to these corners just demand full concentration.
Yeah, very, very perilous.
Absolutely. Claus Williams going around, so this will be good for Claus. He'll get the lucky dog here. You're using big words again, Barrett.
Perilous, I know. My bad.
I don't know who gave you a dictionary and what birthday it was, but
I'm kind of tired, so my vocabulary is showing.
interesting. Vocabulary comes out when you're tired. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to explain.
It's kind of like the Clark Kent and Superman, the Superman, or the Clark Kent's the disguise.
Yeah, I don't have my glasses on, though, so it's full Superman right now. Only that for Wind Tunnel TV. It's my stage name.
Oh, boy. You don't want to see that, folks. Baron on the stage.
Superman.
That only happens at 3 in the morning. Nothing good happens at that time.
Except Jack. I can blame it on Jack every time.
Doesn't hold up in court, Baron.
Should.
It might these days. I don't know. Anyway.
It should.
Bruce now out front. So my goodness, Daren Bruce out here trying to win one for Wayne Stansel in his Memorial Frogman 200. And somehow, some way, he's come through from about 13th up to the lead. Wow. Or actually 18th. He's up 15 spots, Baron.
Big mover. And look, listen, leading the race, that ain't good for the rest of the field, is it?
It really isn't. I mean, you got Spear behind him on old tires. He did not decide to go pit that time. He's sticking with the strategy. Gay in person and Newton now in 5th. Olsen's moved up 16 into 6th. So there's some guys, Jackson and others here, who are going to have something to say about this. But Bruce with fresh track, fresh rubber, and a bit of a lead because Jason has got old tires here. It's going to be tough, man.
Well, just like the old restart or the first restart, we had Jason had the control of the field. Now he's going to be on the high line. He'll be at the mercy of that 15 machine on his restart. So I don't know why Jason would have trouble, but you never can be too careful. Like I said, clean those tires up, get them warm.
Absolutely. Baron does a little spotting for me. He's constantly yelling at me for that. I may or may not roll my eyes on occasion.
I'm sure it's almost every time.
On occasion. But I do try to listen. Not the best listener in the car, but, these guys all out here trying to listen to whoever is helping them out, trying to get the job done on a very tough track here tonight. Right now, Bruce and Spear, but the battle going to be Bruce, Gay, and Person, and Newton temporarily until the strategy plays out for Jason Spear. Slow roll up. Here we go. Bruce through the gears pretty good there. Gay going to try and come down the inside. Looks like he backs out a little bit. Gives some room to the 83.
Racecraft. Taking care of their other drivers out there. Yep, I love it.
Spear looks like he's still got speed in those old tires. Back here, side by side, Jackson and Olsen heading down into the corner. Good job by these two. Jackson holding it down low. On the high side, Olsen driving right around him here. Great job there by those guys.
The outside passes are sometimes the way to go here because you keep that momentum rolling.
Ledford and Wolf go side by side. Lefford backs out of it. Back up front. Bruce walking away, but how about Spear? He's showing some speed on those old tires.
Hanging tough right there in that 83 machine.
I got to tell you, I'm very surprised here. I mean, you're talking at minimum 10 lap older tires, and that's a big deal here.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, William Gay, he's right to the back bumper, but he can't do anything with him.
Spear just set his fastest lap of the race. How about that?
Oh, that's awesome. Good for him.
Jason Spear, my goodness.
William Gay off the wall a little bit there. He got a little tight coming in. That brings Bernie into the conversation, along with Adam Newton.
Yeah, Newton right there, your points leader, closing in, looking racy. And he's going to make a move. There goes Newton down to the inside of Bernard Person. Person lets him go, and I like that at this point in the race.
62-147, not time yet to push the envelope.
Not here, not today. But how about Spear? I mean, Bruce leading is a big story, you know, on a night where he wants to win. But right now, the story of the moment is this 83. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Yeah, he's really hanging in there, and these are older tires. Jason Spear putting on a show for us.
Incredible stuff. I'm really impressed here. Rocking that high line, too. He looks hooked up here this evening. Gay still battling behind him. Let's hop on board and see what he can see. Keeps peeking down here. Spear this time. We go off the camera and see. It looks like he's going to get a run here. So Gay will go down. Newton tries to come down there a little bit. But wow! Spear around the high side like a rocket. Unbelievable.
Gay might pay the price here as Adam Newton catches him.
And Gay throw maybe a little block there. I'm not sure. So real tough passing here. And wow, are we seeing something here tonight at Darlington?
Yeah, looks like Gay had position and Jason just didn't lift.
Jason, I think, is catching Daren Bruce. I mean, on 10 lap older tires, including a caution. I mean, they're labeled as 13 lap older tires, man. I am absolutely dumbfounded with what I'm seeing. This is incredible, incredible stuff. Gay taking another run at him. He's got a big one this time. Oh, no! And they're wrecking! Oh! Tragedy here on the track. No caution for this huge wreck. Their race effectively over, Baron.
Unbelievable.
Wow. Disappointment for both men. Let's get a look in on it. No caution. We remain under green flag conditions. So he gets a big run here, and he kind of hits his bumper, which knocks him into the wall. He comes off the wall and into him. So instead of swiping low, he hesitated, swiped too late, and actually swiped the 83, and that was what caused it there, Baron.
That's awful.
It's just tough racing, but it's also, you know, it's just rough. It's rough for both guys.
And Darlington's a pain because, you know, there wasn't any room there for Jason to operate, and it collects them both.
My goodness. I mean, I don't even know what to say anymore about that. It's just awful. I'm sick to my stomach, but here comes Newton now. So Bruce out front, not extending. Adam Newton, we're starting to run him down. Person will be now in third as the track has been cleared out of two great competitors. Jason Jackson into fourth. Hun now up to fifth. How about Austin Hun and Scott Olson? They're in fourth and fifth here, Baron.
Olson leading a quiet life right now as he's up in sixth place and 16 positions to the good, and he is really showing some patience and some real fortitude here, Dean. I mean, letting the race come to him.
Yeah, he is. And this is looking a little like old Darlington. I think that high line in 3 and 4 is starting to come in and starting to work, and that brings back memories. I love it up there, Baron.
You were talking about that before. Yep, before the broadcast, you were talking to how you like it real high. Puff, puff, pass, Steve. Pass.
Easy now. The Kylie glass I can only take so much, Baron.
I disagree. Go with it.
So Spear is still out on the track, and he's up here back where he was. Unfortunately, that'll be a lap down for Jason Spear. And, who knows? Maybe a caution comes out. We've seen it from him before. Looks like he's going to let Newton go, and still got courtesy in mind. You got to love that from the 83, too.
I mean, he's got to be just sick, because out there running his strategy, and just tangled up at the wrong time.
Well, I mean, I hate to see it for him, and then one thing I'd say is, like, he put on maybe the best performance I've seen in some time on older tires. Can't tell you how impressed I was by that.
Had a good thing going there, yeah. Just unfortunate.
So Person goes by. He's in third. There's Jackson coming now. He'll come around. So he's down on power a little bit here. He's not just letting these guys go, Baron. He does not have full straightaway speed here.
It was a pretty significant wreck. The fact that the machine's running at all is impressive. He's going to salvage some points tonight, but not where he wanted to finish for sure.
No, he'll be unhappy about that one. And I'm sure Gay's pretty unhappy. And I think Gay recognizes, maybe he doesn't. It's hard from when you're driving, but he just caught a little bit of his bumper there and rubbed him up, and he turned him into the wall. It's unfortunate. Hun now in fifth. There's Olson in sixth. George Leal trying to battle back here. Now in seventh position. You got Ratliff, Tony that is, in eighth. Thomas Wolf in ninth, up 17 positions right now.
Now Wolf already off the wall and still recovering nicely in that 91 machine. Good run by Thomas.
Nice bright paint job there. The Prime machine. Ripka right there behind him. That's Buckshot. Can never count out Buckshot.
I love it, Buckshot. That's great.
I'm telling you, I mean, Buckshot, you don't come up to a guy like that's house, I'll tell you right now.
He didn't want to tell us the story either, did he?
Well, there's no story. I didn't say no story. Leave the story out of it. I'm just saying. Corey Leal back here in 11th. You got Whitford in 12th. Williams in 13th. Lepford back here in 14th. And whoa, Lepford is grabbed by the wall. The lady just reached her hand out.
Put a stripe on that 48, that pretty truck there.
Took the wallet right out of his pocket, man. Getting to be around the halfway mark here in this ACS Wayne Stensel's Frogman 200. Daren Bruce out here leading it for his cousin Wayne Stansel. I mean, you gotta love that, Baron.
You do, and Daren, an accomplished race car driver. He's hard to beat on any track and any platform. But tonight, a little something special for him out there at Darlington.
Absolutely, but Newton looking for another victory in that 2 machine. He will not hand it over to Daren. Nobody is that nice, man. Race car drivers race to win.
Selfish bastards, aren't they?
They certainly are. I am one, and I've heard the odd time, oh, you could have let me win or something. I said, you don't want it like that. I won't give it to you like that, and I wouldn't want anybody giving me one. You got to earn everything on the track, man.
I agree. Dean, we're at lap 78. When are we going to see pit stops?
Well, it's a good question. Last pit stops for most are on lap 50, so we're about 29 in. We're about 10 laps away from pit stops, which is interesting because at 80, at 67 laps right now, you could split this thing up, Baron. I mean, 33, 34, I'd say if you're going to split it evenly, you're about 2 laps away from pit stops.
And that is why I asked the question.
Well, you made me do math, Aaron. I got a migraine now.
Just get naked to count to 21.
That's it. Jason Jackson put the pressure on Bernard Person now. How about this? The 87 making some moves. And he's going to look to the inside here. I think Bernie will let him go. He does. There's a good move there. There's no time to race when you're all alone on the track like these two are. There's Hund back in 5th position. He's ripping that top there. I love seeing that, Baron.
Yeah, good hard racing right now. Hund really having an excellent race right now.
Little battle back here. Leal, he's got Tony Ratliff right in front of him. Olson behind. There's Whitford and Williams. So the little gaggle right here. Let's maybe go on board with how about Whitford this time. Well, let's wait for that because Daren Bruce is pitted. First one in. He can do math, Baron.
Yeah, he could probably do it in his head too, Dean. I'm impressed.
That is impressive. Hund comes in as well. So race leader in. Now, Newton. Newton has been, let's say, pit challenged at times, Baron. What do you think he does here? And he's coming in. He's going to cover him off. He can hear you. He often tells me he can hear you in his head.
I was doing the Jedi mind trick with him. I was like, don't you stay out another lap. And just as you were asking the question, he heard me.
Person comes in as well. So these guys are going to cover off Daren Bruce this time. They're not going to let him pull these tricks on him. Jason Jackson, now your race leader.
I suspect everybody will be following suit here shortly.
Yeah, it looks that way right now. Here's the cockpit view of Leal coming in. Or that's Jason Jackson, my mistake. So now the leader, Thomas Wolfe, out front. He'll lead a couple laps. He's up 25 positions. We've seen what it did for Ledford. Maybe Wolf thinking the same thing here. Let these boys come off a pit road with their fresh rubber, a little cold tire, and maybe they'll lose it and they cause a caution. Ripka in second currently, so strategies are afoot. Now these guys would have to make it to, I'd say 105, about 20 more laps. I don't think they can. Here comes Williams. So I think they're all on a two-stopper at this point. They've got to come in soon, Baron.
They do. They're just shaving time. They're just losing time to the leader now.
Well, I mean, you're hoping for a caution. That's really all you're doing at this point. That's your only card left to play. Here comes Bruce with that fresh rubber. Just going to drive right around these guys. Ripka comes in. So we see Bruce here coming, and he's going to soon get up there and take over Thomas Wolfe. Well, Thomas a little further ahead, actually. And wow, a couple guys coming in. It's Olson and Ratliff, one low, one high. They sort that out. Ledford stays out. Wolf still leading. He's got a 10-second lead over James Ledford. Gay's still on the track.
Seconds.
Yeah, it's interesting here. I mean, he's got 21 seconds on Gay. If you go back to Bruce, he's got 32 seconds on Daren Bruce. So Thomas Wolfe out here all by himself right now. Now he has to pit. But nonetheless, he's still in good shape. He's played his strategy fairly good here. We'll see if he can have a really good pit stop and come out and be in good shape. But he's got Bruce a lap down.
Well, you and I talk about it. Sometimes you got to do what they don't do to win a race. So I think that's what Wolf is doing right now. As here comes Bruce now. Speaking of which, look at the closing rate.
He's going to unlap himself right here and now, and that should bring Wolf to pit road. But you're exactly right, Barrett. I mean, I love the do what they're not doing, right? You follow a leader. That's all you're going to do is follow the leader. So Ledford in second, Gay third, Bruce now in fourth, just under 30 seconds. Newton comes off of pit road, a little behind Bruce, but not much. He lost maybe a half second there on the track. Hunt will be coming third at some point. Looks like Paul K. Travis has had a problem.
Yeah, he's on the bottom.
He's gone.
Newton around the 91.
So Newton unlaps himself, and that could be big. Wolf's got to be coming in soon. Can he make it to 105? I don't think so. That's still 13 laps away for Wolf. Let's check our pit board. So Wolf was in on 51. 50 plus laps. I don't think it's possible, Baron.
Well, he's going to give it a rip, it looks like.
Well, at the very least, he's going to run it dry. And I do like that strategy. If you're out here and your whole strategy is based on a caution, then give yourself a real shot at it. Run that tank dry. Hope for the best.
Well, our leader will be Daren Bruce once he cycles in for his pit stop. And Daren right now is absolutely blistering his lap time. So the 91 not only losing track position, losing lap times, this pit stop may not be relevant.
Jason Martin says Daren's just playing with his food. And he says, Steve says, Daren, come on, Daren, get the win for Wayno 165. And that's exactly what he's trying to do. So you see Gay there. I think Bruce coming up on him now. Maybe not. There's Newton. We had to go a little further back to find Hund. And there he is. That's about, a straightaway behind or more. So these two, Wolf is in. Thomas Wolf relinquishes the lead, hits pit road. Ledford now will be your race leader. And he did this last time. Up there ripping that wall. Bruce closing fast. And he's got Gay right on him. Gay has closed in. How about William Gay? He was involved with Spear in that wreck, I do believe. Finds himself back in second place here with a beat-up machine. Wow.
Could this be pit strategy since he had to pit? Because it looks like he's off the pace here. Adam Newton's going to blow his doors off here.
Yeah, Gay still has to pit. He's a lap 50 pitter. That's my mistake.
I was like, wait a second, that truck looked real slow.
It did. I'm getting a little excited there, a little crazy. But Newton will be in second when Ledford pits. But right now, James Ledford up 22 spots on the night, leading this thing. He's got about a 3.5 second lead to Daren Bruce. And he's coming in, and he's coming in hot here. I like the way he came off the track there. A little early, perhaps. He'll take that short route, and Mankowski will drive right up on him.
One of the toughest pit rows to get on and off, Dean. It's really a challenge. Some guys can do it from the apron, and some guys can do it from the track, and it's always hard.
So Bruce coming up on Spear now, and Corey Leal. Spear goes down low. He's going to get around no problem. He's going to ride up on Leal. Newton closing fast. So with 50 to go here, one more pit stop. It's Newton and Bruce out front, and they are all alone basically. So they've got this track, kind of this fight to themselves for now.
Adam Newton not rolling over. He's not going away, folks. Adam Newton in this for the evening, and I know that there's a little extra on the line here for Daren Bruce, but Adam Newton planning to be the fly in the ointment.
Yes, sir. The 2 machine starting to make some moves. He is definitely closing. We're going to bring up our Delta here. Go up to Bruce. So Bruce to Newton. And you can see lap 30. Well, you can't see that good with the Frogman. Hold on. So it's 1.5 down to 0.4 in 5 laps. Wow. And here comes Jason Jackson. So Jackson, I believe, pitted a little later, Baron. We'll take a look here. Lap 84, not much, a lap or 2 later, so not that much of an advantage. He's got work to do. He's got to get up to Hunt, who's having a heck of a race, get around him, and then try and hunt. Person still in 5th, Ripka and Leal 6th and 7th. You got Claus Williams back in 8th. It's Olson up 13 spots. He's in 9th. That's Gay there, who's a little injured up. You got Thomas Wolf. So Wolf comes out of this in 10th, Baron, on that late pit stop. He should be able to move forward from here.
Remind me, did he come in from 7th? Is that when he stayed out?
He came in from 1st. I think he let Bruce unlap himself and Newton, and then he came in.
All right. So it might be a net gain here before it's all said and done.
Oh, I would say so. I mean, it depends on if he can get through a few cars or if he's willing to even try. I mean, Gay in front of him is a little injured, but with fresh rubber, he looks pretty speedy. Tony Ratliff back here in 11th, then Letford in 12th, and that's back up to Gay, who's up here in the mix. I think Gay a lap down. Several guys a lap down at this point in the race. So Wolf does get by Gay here. He clears him. He'll start hunting Olson now. Up front, Bruce and Newton.
And 8 seconds back, Austin Hunt. 2-man show right now.
It's a 2-man show for the race win at this point, but anything can happen and usually does. Murphy's Law, so to speak, Baron.
That Murphy.
He's a real negative guy.
Yeah, always bad intentions.
I'm telling you.
I prefer a half full glass myself.
No ice?
I like the ice.
Well, the ice is nice, but it takes up room.
Yeah, but I can always pour more.
Fair enough.
As long as there's enough room in the bottle.
So
Dean, it's these broadcasts that make me go home on Friday afternoons, go straight to the bar, and start ordering doubles. I blame this on you.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm glad I could help.
That's why I send you pictures of half-empty glasses at 8 o'clock at night. See what you've done to me.
I got a feeling I didn't cause this problem. You know, our therapy sessions would say otherwise, Baron.
It's a codependency for sure.
So let's look back at George Leal. Leal back here having a good race in 7th position. Now, he is down 4 spots. He had some early trouble. Bounced back nicely, though. Car looks good. Riding the title sponsor. Sitting in 7th, Baron. How about Leal? Not just here and now as Ripka makes a move on Person, but Leal's been good lately. And
yeah,
Ripka,
he's had a lot
wow.
of speed. Yeah, he had a lot of speed. Had good runs.
Here he comes. He's going to go right on by Person, too.
Yep. Really solid run here. Good effort by the 97. Now, is it Corey or George?
This is George Leal here in the 97.
Yep. All right. Want to be sure it was George.
And Corey back in 14th right now, a lap down. Only 11 cars remain on the lead lap. Daren Bruce, your race leader, Newton in second as these two continue. And, you know, Newton narrowed the gap down but then leveled off. That's pretty common, isn't it, Baron?
It is. These tires have equaled out. They're waiting for pit stops now, and these guys, you know, are going to do the best they can with what they've got until pit strategy plays a role.
Well, now pit window's open. I mean, if you're going to do it evenly, you got to go a little further yet, maybe another 3 or 4 laps, which is probably what I guess Bruce will do. However,
I'm
could
screaming
Newton
in
short pit him? Here comes Person. Person's short pitting.
I'm definitely in Adam Newton's ear. Pit now, pit now, pit now. Get a lap on this guy.
I like this from Person. He's pitting early from about 6th position or so. You know, why not? Maybe you get up here, you get the lead when it all cycles around. Maybe a late caution when you haven't been passed yet. I mean, it all could happen for him back there. You got to try something. Jackson going to try the short pit as well. Here comes Ripka, George Leal. So it's no longer a short pit. There's lots of guys coming in.
Yeah,
We're still on the track.
Yeah, this is where if I was Adam Newton, I'd be coming in right now.
So the mind meld between Newton and Barron in the booth here, not working at the moment.
Nope. A little tired. It's been a long week. Got a cold. You know.
Powers are diminished.
By my powers of the force is not as strong with me right now.
Fair enough. Well, we certainly wish he'd get, you know, live long and prosper, Baron.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I came down with a massive head cold earlier in the week. Spent a couple days at home and try to recover. Now I'm in the great city of Owings Mills, Maryland.
Oh, and Hun up into the wall. He was trying to avoid Spear. He was trying to be nice to him and let him by. Didn't work out. Lester is down there. It's a bit of a mess. Hun pulls himself off the wall now, and he'll have to try again.
No good deed goes unpunished, right?
No, sir. And that's the way it goes at Darlington. You try to be nice. Sometimes it doesn't work out quite the way you anticipated. Newton's
Here comes
in.
Newton.
So Newton first in. We only caught the end of it, but looked pretty speedy there. So will Bruce come in? Let's hop on board with Daren Bruce and just see here and see how good he gets in. One, he doesn't come in. My goodness. Or he is. Late entrance.
But he's
good
doing it from
entrance.
the banking. Yeah.
That's how you do it, man. That's tough to do here at Darlington,
It is.
folks.
Really hard to do on old tires.
That's
Very, very
hard
tough.
braking. It doesn't really capture from the in-car camera, but you have got to have perfect braking there. He hit that real nice. I don't know if Newton can beat him. Hun takes the lead. So Austin Hun out here, he'll get a point, having himself a good night, been running in third, pretty much by himself. Wolf out here, he'll reassume the lead shortly. Bruce on pit road still. Here he goes. Newton already out on the track. How is this
See how
possible?
this shakes out. Yeah, see how this shakes out.
So Bruce coming. Here comes Newton. Newton's going to take the lead. Look at this. Adam Newton in the 2. Bruce tries to slide up. Can't do it. Adam Newton, race leader. Wow.
And that's why you short pit.
Well, that is why you short pit right there. I mean, 1 lap only, maybe 2. And that got him the lead. I mean, I'm going to assume a perfect entrance into pit road. Not to be denied. The number 2, can Daren Bruce run him down on a night where he desperately would love to win?
Not getting help from that 78 machine. Checked him up a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of guys will come off a 3. They like to go low and get out of the way, and what it does is confuse people a lot of the times.
If there's a driver out there that can catch Adam Newton and pass him, it's that 15 truck.
Absolutely. Hun comes in, so he relinquishes. Now, Thomas Wolf, your new race leader, once again. Now, Wolf, we know, is going to go long. He'll run another 15 laps probably and run this thing dry, and I like it. Why not? I mean, let's try and win this thing here. He gets a caution. He'll come in, get tires, and maybe be the leader. But Newton about 16 seconds behind him. Check in with Facebook, nothing going on. You guys are quiet out in the chat tonight watching this intense race.
Enjoying a very good race here at Darlington. Never disappoints.
So we'll give a few more laps. We'll check in with the progress being made. Jackson comes out of this sequence in third. He was one of the first ones in as well. Ledford in fourth. I think he still has to pit. Then Ripka, who's making up ground. So Lance Ripka, one of those championship type nights where he's going to end up in the top 5 on maybe a subpar night for him.
Hard to say that a 6th place finish is a subpar night, but for Lance Ripka, it can be.
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, it's not a subpar. It's a Ripka subpar. Ripka could win any given night.
Exactly. These days, I'd be happy with a 6th place. Let's do it.
Yeah, well, you and me both. We're not what we once used to be, Baron. And don't say that's what she said.
That's it. By 2 seconds. By 2 seconds.
Bruce trying desperately. Looks like he's got a little more speed. This will even out, and it's not that dramatic to begin with. Let's look in on our Delta. So not much to see here. Looks like it's been increasing for Newton over the last 4 laps or so. Maybe look at the lap history, might show it a little more clearly here. So Newton getting some good chunks, Bruce getting some good chunks. It's kind of switching lap to lap here, Baron. Ledford comes in. So Bruce there, you can just see he just closed up in that corner. Daren Bruce trying to run him down here in the Frogman 200. And he is there now, Baron. I think we've lost Baron temporarily, folks.
No,
Thomas
I'm
Wolf comes in. Well, try talking, Baron. The 91 hits the barrels as he comes into pit road. That's going to ruin his night. That's really unfortunate for him.
Oh, it's awful. Terrible news. Daren Bruce made up a lot of time in a very short amount of laps.
He's made up a ton of time. He is to the bumper. Now this is going to be hardcore. Newton will not give this up. 24 to go, and Bruce will not give up trying. We're going to have a hardcore finish here, folks. Jackson still in third, about 10 seconds back. Ripka a couple behind him. Leo back here in fifth. Hund, he's got Williams behind him, so a battle for sixth there starting to brew up. Olsen back in eighth. It's Tony Ratliff, your only other lead lap driver. Person has fallen back to 10th. Up here now, battle raging on.
And a hell of a battle it is here, Dean. The lap car should have put a little separation, but Daren Bruce hanging tough.
Wow, behind him, Mankowski Wow, they're almost getting involved there. The J-Man trying to get up here and do something, I think, but he's several laps down. So it's one of those situations, Baron, you know, you're faster than the guy. Oh no, Newton's in the wall! Bruce, right there to the side of him. Daren Bruce to the front. Newton slides into second, and now Mankowski is right in the middle of it all.
Oh, Adam Newton, just a lack of concentration. He's in the wall, sacrifices the lead with 20 to go. Heartbreaking moment.
Holy cow! Darlington does its thing again. The lady reaches out and grabs the two by the short, you know what?
Curlies.
That's correct.
I didn't know it was a quiz. I got it right.
Oh boy. The 15 on a night. Maybe getting a little help from above here.
Lapse of concentration. The 2 rubs the wall. 15 on by. 19 to go.
Inside of that 2, you can see the steam coming off the head of the Bulldog himself as he is so upset, I can just imagine. And now, with a lap older tires, he is going to try and bring the heat back to the 15.
Well, he's got back to him after that little wall rub. Can he get around him, Dean? That's the question.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be awfully hard. Bruce has got to stay focused, and, you know, I thought that for Newton too, but Newton got in the wall. We have to look at it maybe. I don't think I have it, Baron, so we'll have to forego and use our imagination there. I'm not sure exactly what forced him into the wall there. It was just an unforced error.
It just looked like he, you know, a little lapse of concentration and got into the wall and P2.
P2 for the number 2. Now he is your points leader. Still a heck of a run. But Bruce out here now got himself about, you know, a 0.4 gap, which is pretty big here at Darlington in the waning laps of this race.
But as we've seen, can change in a heartbeat. Sorry, I was distracted by the news. Israel's attacking Iran.
Ah. Well, that's not good. Or maybe good. Depends on how you look at it, I guess.
Yeah,
I look at it as I don't want to go to war.
Yeah, you know, Desert Storm too, you know, I was in the both of them, and yeah, I wasn't, but, you know, lived through them. It's, here we go again.
Yes, sir. Let's pray for everybody involved, folks.
Let's pray for Adam Newton here. He's caught the bumper of the 15 again.
He has. Let's hop on board with Newton. 15 to go. He chases the 15 car. See Bruce pretty good off of 4 there.
Yeah, looks like that tighter turn really plays into Daren's hands.
Here they both a little lower for Newton. I think I like that.
Conservative, little check up here, big run out, and I think he's making up some time out of 2 here on Daren. But Daren's got it all collected now.
You see there on entry he gains, but right there in the center, Bruce starts to pull away.
Yeah.
Two fairly evenly matched cars driving a little different from each other.
A little different entry and a little different exit, yeah. Steady wheels from both of them, though. It doesn't look like they're working too hard back there. It's just a game of inches at this point.
Well, that's what you see from them, right, Baron? I mean, 2 of these guys, I mean, they're points leader. You got another guy who's won several races. I mean, these are some of the smoothest workers of the wheel you're going to find.
And it looks like Daren's going to catch some lap traffic here.
Yeah, that's Bernard Person.
Bernard Person,
wow.
right, about to go a lap down.
2 laps down for Bernie.
Wow. So he's going to let him go.
Yeah, good move from the 8 there. Get out of the way. Let these guys battle it out. Settle it amongst themselves. They're going to come up on that He-Hut machine, the 61 of Scott Olson. He's the last car on the lead lap here, currently in 8th. Now, Baron, do you try and hold your position here?
Well, Dean, the competitor in me says if I'm the last car in the lead lap, I want to finish on the lead lap. But he might just move over for these guys. He's been racing these guys a long time.
It's tough. I mean, neither decision is necessarily wrong. So it's going to be interesting here to see. I don't think Olson's going to move. So Olson's going to race it out, and he's got every right to do so.
Yeah, and maybe a little check up here, let Daren clear.
He did there, and he'll let Newton go too, I would imagine here. But they got Greg Ratliff on fast, fresh tires here. This could be dangerous.
Yeah, not helping the 2 machine at all here. He's trapped behind the both of these guys now, side by side.
Yeah, that's painful. It's could be the last opportunity going by the wayside for the 2. He's going to make his move. I think Olson will back out. He does.
Yeah, nothing anybody did wrong here. Just unfortunate timing here. And you're in the 2 truck. You see that 15 getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah, the gap has significantly widened here. 9 to go. Daren Bruce trying to win this one for Wayne Stansel. The Frogman 200. Make sure everybody goes and checks out that NavySealFoundation.org. A great group there. Support some of your vets, especially at a time like this, as Baron just alluded to. You gotta love the Navy SEALs, Baron.
You do. A special brand of person right there, and we thank them for all they do.
No doubt about that. So Bruce leading in, I mean, he's looking with that little gap he opened up. I think that about is going to seal it for him, but who knows? 7 to go, anything could happen, including a caution. Jason Jackson back in 3rd. Now he has got Ripka behind him. Ripka's going to try and get up here and maybe in the closing moments steal 3rd place, but good run by these 2. George Leal, 5th place, solid night. Hund has fought through some adversity. He's in 6th position. Claus Williams in 7th, having a nice run. Olson in 8th. We just seen him get put a lap down, so it's only 7 cars on the lead lap here. What a performance from Bruce and Newton.
And a lot of that having to do, if you remember earlier in the race, Ledford trapped the field a lap down, so a good portion of the field already a lap down with an extended pit strategy by the 48. So now, Newton and Bruce only having to contend with, with 8 cars, 7 cars to finish this up with 6 to go.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's not like they drove through the field here. No, they're awfully fast, but you're right, a good deal of those guys trapped. Whoa, Newton, a little wiggle there.
A little wobbly wiggle thing there, the dee-die-do.
Yeah, he does like to shake a tail feather once in a while.
I've heard he's a hell of a dancer.
Yeah. I'm not sure I want to see that. The bulldog dancing, I mean, my goodness.
I bet that'd be entertaining as hell.
Well, it'd be about as entertaining as you hitting the stage at 3 a.m., Baron.
Depends on how much Jack is involved. Telling you. The only thing I turned down is my collar, Dean.
There you go. Ripka still fighting here. Goes by Gay, trying to catch Jackson. Doesn't look like it's going to happen.
You never donned the old banana hammock and got out there in front of your girlfriend and gave her a little wiggle?
Now, for my girlfriend, it's a little different.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm willing to do a few things in the privacy of my home.
Put on your favorite hip-hop song and get out there and gyrate.
Well, you lost me at favorite hip-hop song, but nonetheless.
3 to go.
You know, I'm more of a Barry White specialist, you know.
Okay, I was saying, can you strip to country music? That doesn't seem right.
With cowboy boots on, you sure as heck can.
2 to go.
2 to go, folks. And Daren Bruce out here leading this thing. He's going to come down and take this white flag. He'll have 1 to go. I mean, my goodness, he is so good. And he caught a break here. I think by what we're seeing right now, he may have caught and passed Newton, but he didn't have to, Baron. He's got a clear sail here to this victory.
And that truck is pristine. He has not touched the wall, kept the fenders in the right places, kept the wheels aligned, and that helps a lot. It helps an awful lot at this track.
Yeah, it really does. So Daren down through 1 and 2. Coming down the back straightaway here in the ACS. Wayne Stansel, Frogman 200. It's going to be the 15, Daren Bruce, cousin to Wayne. Going to take home the checkered flag. A very proud moment for him and those watching. Congratulations to him. Newton will come in second. Jason Jackson looks like he'll hold off Lance Ripka for third place. So that puts Ripka in fourth. Leal in fifth. You got Hund in sixth and Williams in seventh. That's your lead lap cars. Daren Bruce winning, and boy, he wanted it. He went out and got it.
That was a great run, dominant. Starting deep in the field to begin this race off, kept his nose clean, went out there, turned some fast laps, got a little help, and then went on and pulled the checkered flag. What a great event for him. I'm so happy for Daren.
Yeah, I'm very happy for him, happy for the Stansel family and friends, and just a great thing to see here tonight at Darlington. The Lady in Black, once again, doing a lot of damage out there. That lady, Baron.
Well, you call it. The Lady in Black strikes back. Or no, that's not what you said.
That's not what I said, but that'll work. I mean, a little Star Wars action. We had a little Live Long and Prosper earlier, so why not?
We're coming up on May the 4th. Be with you.
There you go. The 15 sitting there pretty, looking good. Gonna try and find victory lane, I would imagine. Sip a little champagne. Right now, let's go ahead, take a short commercial break, and we'll get some race interviews done. Here at Darlington, Daren Bruce still sitting there, perhaps a little emotional over the night tonight. Baron, I mean, Darlington, long race here for these guys. It performed fairly well, and it did what Darlington does, right?
I love it, Dean. Darlington always puts on a great race, and it makes drivers really react to the track instead of each other. And tonight we saw a little of both. We saw guys driving real hard and making passes, and we saw the Lady in Black snatch some victories from some guys. So really crushing defeats for some of these fellas.
You see our points. Newton opening up a bigger point lead over Ripka. Gay falls one into third. Person stays in fourth. Han moves up one. Jason Jackson continues his march towards the top of the points. George Leal, Klaus Williams, Greg Ratliff, and Jason Spear. Of course, Spear. Wow, we almost forgot this late in the broadcast. What a night! A segment he had there on those old tires, Baron. It was super impressive.
Yeah, it sure was. And Spear, just an unfortunate incident there with William Gay, and dashes his hope for a win.
All right now let's get into our interviews here as we bring in the 87 Jason Tito Jackson. Third place finish here tonight. Jason, congratulations.
Thank you.
You know, it was a hard fought night. I mean, sometimes you're in these battles, Jason, and you know, you can't, especially in the trucks, you can't get away from anybody, 2 wide, 3 wide. And sometimes you got to fight the track out here. That's kind of what Darlington is, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is. It took me a little while to get free of some of the other trucks and really get rolling at what the pace I wanted to set.
Yeah, well, it is tough when you're in traffic here. You got to be very patient. You were. Tell us a little bit about like that mid portion of the race here and what you were thinking and what your strategy was.
Well, I was just trying to figure out, when we needed to stop and how many laps, and like I said, just trying not to burn stuff up too bad, but where the front and rear are the same, and try to catch up. I just got a little too far behind from first and second to really catch them.
Yeah, well, those guys were setting a pace, and I think you had the pace, but like you said, you needed to get out there and get clear. Now, Jason, you're a relative newcomer here, but we've seen nothing but speed out of you and clean racing here. How are you liking it here with the competition and everything?
I'm really enjoying this series. I'm really glad that one of the guys that runs the '87 league, Derek Woodford's father, Daryl, he kind of set us onto this and got involved, and I'm really enjoying racing with everybody and everybody in here.
Well, I love it, man. You're fitting in great here, racing great from our perspective anyway. We look forward now. We go to the Milwaukee Mile. How you feeling about that?
Oh, I feel really good about Milwaukee. Absolutely, that's another place I love. This place, Milwaukee, and Martinsville are one of my top three.
Wow. All right. Well, we look forward to that one. I don't hear that too often at a Milwaukee Mile, so we'll be watching you, Jason. Hopefully you can go out there and grab you one. Congrats on third place tonight, and we'll give you the floor, brother. Anybody you want to shout out?
I just want to thank the guys over at GDR and Derek. He's racing in here tonight, and then some of my personal sponsors are on the truck with Custom Works and the Futaba and a bunch of the people that sponsor me on the real world side of RC racing. And I'd like to thank them a lot.
All right, Baron. That was Jason Tito Jackson.
Yeah, great run by Jason. Third place finish right there. Nice to see a newcomer to the league finish on the podium tonight. But so I've got the second place finisher, not a newcomer to this league. In fact, our points leader tonight, Adam Newton, in a second place finish, the Bulldog. Adam, let's talk about your night for a minute, bud.
Yeah, it was a pretty good night. Disappointed in not getting the W, but still got some gremlins to work out. But, I know this race meant a lot to Daren, and even with the issue I had, I'm glad he won it for his cousin.
Let's talk about the issue, because this was your race to lose at one point. You're pacing the 15 now. You're entering turn 3, and
No force feedback, no nothing. The wheel went dead.
oh man, that's heartbreaking, because we were thinking it was a lapse of concentration up here. Pit strategy played out to your favor. I was using the Jedi mind trick for you, bud. I was telling you come in, and you came in, and you got out in front, and we were cheering you on, and then the force feedback. So you got that corrected now, or are you running without any feel for the rest of the race?
It was coming and going. I've had some interesting things happen this week with electronics. I hate all of them. But yeah, hopefully I can figure out what's going on. I mean, I'm glad at least the wheel's working. That was, a big improvement from the last 2 days. So I can't complain so much. But yeah, it was a good race. I really thought I had pulled the perfect pit stop until then, but
So listen, points leader, second place finish tonight. You're going to maintain your points lead. But what do you got in store for us here at the Miracle Mile?
I don't know. Last time I was there, Claus kicked my ass. Maybe I'm gonna have to shake it up and get some practice. Maybe try to find another DD1 or DD2. If anybody got one for sale, let me know. And go from there.
Right, a
I
new
like
wheel.
that place. Yeah, I hate gremlins. Once they get gremlins, they always keep gremlins.
That's right. It's amazing how they breed like that. So, yeah, anybody out there listening, go ahead and hit up Adam Newton if you've got a wheel for sale. I'm thinking he's might be in the market after tonight. Who are you going to thank for your second place finish tonight, and
Uh,
you maintain your points lead?
I want to thank my teammates Jason, Scott, Darren, Bernie, um, Stevie, Ian, Tom, all the guys. Thank the RGR guys. Thank Scott for doing my truck. I know y'all enjoy those colors every week. And thank you and Dean for the broadcast. And congratulate Darren on that win.
Well, congratulations. Inquiring minds want to know. It's 3 a.m. in the morning. You've got just enough of the drink of choice in you. What are you doing with it?
I don't really know. I don't drink, so yeah, I haven't had a drink since 2018.
Okay. Well.
Due to that drunk driver hitting me, so
Oh
I'm
well.
yeah. No, I swore off alcohol and can't have it no way.
Well, there you go. Then I'll do the dancing for you, my friend.
I appreciate it, man.
Dean Adam Newton, your second place finisher tonight.
Yes, sir. A good night for Adam, but one guy who had a better night here, perhaps with a heavy heart, that's the 15, Daren Bruce, down in victory lane. Congratulations, Daren.
Thanks a lot, Dean.
So this one obviously meant something. I mean, you had Steve out in the chat rooting you on. He said, "Great win, cuz," and a few others out there, I'm sure, rooting you on tonight. You get out there. Somehow, you had a great pit stop, but Newton takes the lead off of pit road there.
Yeah, I had a great pit stop. I've been short pitting the whole race, and I've been killing my pit stops. And Adam was back there, and I was kind of waiting on him to go. I kind of got a little cocky with my pit stops. I thought I'd wait for him to go, and then when I make mine, I thought I could do good enough to come back out in front of him, and then be there with a lap fresher tires instead of a couple lap older tires. But I just wasn't hardly fast enough. He come back out. I think he was like 8 tenths ahead of me when we come back out. But I hate he had his problem, man. Oh man, I hate that for him. I almost felt like I ought to slow down, let him back in front would be the right thing to do. But I just hate that for him.
Well, I hate it for him, but you almost felt like maybe it was divine intervention there. Someone reached down from the skies above Daren and just said, "No, this is Daren's night here tonight. Not that you need any help. You were right there. Looked like it was going to be a hell of a battle." And late in this race, what were you thinking when you were riding behind him there? You were closing in, but it was slow moving, and then you still got to think of a way to get around him.
Yeah, I closed in on him, and I thought, let's just ride here and save our tires and let the race play out a little bit, let him wear his a little bit, because I think in the runs before I was a little bit faster on the older tires, and I thought, maybe we'll catch a lap car that's going to screw him up, and I'll be able to get around easy. I wasn't ready at the time when I caught him. I was just going to wait it out for 10 or 15 laps, see what happened. But I don't know. Maybe I could have got around. Maybe I couldn't. It was just passion's pretty tough, and Adam's pretty tough.
Yeah, definitely tough. We all would have liked to have seen that battle. I know you would too. You hate getting them this way, but on a night where you felt like maybe you needed a win, you got the win. We look forward now to Milwaukee. How you feeling about that one, Daren?
I probably won't be here. I'm probably going to be up in the mountains with the wife, so I probably won't be here for that one.
Well, nobody can fault you for that. The mountains with the wife, that sounds pretty darn good. A lot of guys thought you in Victory Lane sounded pretty good. Congratulations again, Daren. We're going to give you the floor. Whatever you want to say or whoever you want to shout out, brother.
Yeah, I just want to shout out to my cousin Wayne. Rest in peace, brother. And shout out to Steve and Jenny. I don't know if she's watching or not. No, the family might be watching. Shout out to you guys. It's pretty interesting. I wasn't doing too good in practice, and I was thinking, dang, Wayne, if you was here, and I kept thinking about him different times, and his favorite phrase was "send it." He'd always say, "Just send it, brother." So Wayne, we send it for you, brother.
All right, Baron, he sent it, he got it, he won it. That's Daren Bruce in the 15.
Couldn't be happier for the 15 machine, and you can hear the emotion in his voice. Daren wins a lot of races, and this one was a little bit special. Daren putting on a show for the best of us out here tonight. And don't forget about Navy SEALs Foundation. We want to make sure you go out there and give to those people that give so much to us.
Yeah, absolutely. Please do that. It's www.navysealfoundation.org. Go check them out at the very least. Give them a little traffic on the internet, and if you can spare a couple of dollars, throw it their way. You know, a great, great cause and a great night here with Daren Bruce bringing home the win for his cousin Wayne Stansel. Couldn't be happier for him, but for here, that's probably going to close it out. We look forward next week here. We'll be back with the Milwaukee Mile with RGR Racing, and that's sure to be a great event here. But for myself, Dean Doucette, for Mr. Baron Labosco, that's going to wrap it up from the Lady in Black, and we'll see you right here next time on Win.